Most people obsess over how much protein to eat. Almost nobody asks when to eat it, yet new research suggests that the timing of your protein, not just the total grams, could decide whether it builds muscle, stabilizes blood sugar, and supports longevity, or simply passes through as expensive nitrogen.
Welcome to Dr. Mercola's Cellular Wisdom. Stay informed with quick, easy-to-listen summaries of our latest articles, perfect for when you're on the go. No reading required. Subscribe for free at mercola.com for the latest health insights.
Hello and welcome to Dr. Mercola's Cellular Wisdom. Dr. Mercola has looked at the emerging evidence on protein distribution across the day, and the pattern is striking. The body does not average protein intake over 24 hours. It responds in discrete pulses. Each meal that crosses a certain protein threshold triggers a burst of muscle protein synthesis. Meals that fall short simply do not. So someone eating 70 grams of protein stacked into one dinner is not getting the same benefit as someone eating that same 70 grams split smartly across 3 or 4 meals.
The threshold researchers keep landing on is somewhere between 25 and 40 grams of high-quality protein per meal, depending on age. The older you are, the more you need per sitting to clear the muscle-building trigger. This is what scientists call anabolic resistance. After about age 40, the machinery that converts dietary protein into muscle tissue gets a bit dull and you need a stronger signal to wake it up.
Dr. Mercola stresses that this has massive implications for sarcopenia, the age-related loss of muscle mass that quietly strips people of their independence. Sarcopenia starts decades before people feel it. Someone in their 30s eating a bagel for breakfast, a salad for lunch, and a steak at dinner is essentially firing one anabolic signal per day. That is not enough to defend muscle over the long haul.
So what does the research suggest about timing? Breakfast looks like the highest leverage meal for most people. After the overnight fast, the body is mildly catabolic, and a protein-rich first meal flips the switch. Unfortunately, the typical American breakfast, cereal, toast, pastries, or a quick coffee, delivers almost no protein. That single habit is one of the biggest drivers of long-term muscle loss.
Dr. Mercola's recommendation centers on pastured eggs, grass-fed dairy when well tolerated, and cleanly sourced animal protein to start the day. 2 or 3 pastured eggs plus a bit of grass-fed yogurt can easily deliver 30 grams of complete protein, which is enough to cross that muscle synthesis threshold for most adults.
There is another angle most people miss. The glucose and insulin picture. When you eat protein first or alongside carbohydrates, you blunt the blood sugar spike. That matters because repeated large spikes and crashes drive insulin resistance, fatigue, and fat storage. Front-loading protein is one of the simplest strategies for flatter, more stable energy all day.
For midday, the research suggests maintaining the pulse. A lunch built around wild-caught fish, grass-fed beef, pastured chicken, or properly cooked legumes paired with animal protein keeps the second anabolic signal firing. Dr. Mercola notes that spreading protein across meals rather than cramming it into dinner also reduces the burden on digestion and kidneys, since the body handles moderate doses more efficiently than huge ones.
Dinner timing adds another layer. The older literature suggested a bedtime protein snack to fuel overnight muscle repair. Newer thinking pushes back on that. Dr. Mercola emphasizes finishing the last meal at least 3 hours before bed so the body can enter deep sleep without an active digestive load. Late-night protein shakes may actually disrupt the overnight fasting window that drives autophagy, the cellular cleanup process.
There is also a strong case for protein timing around exercise. The classic anabolic window, that 30-minute panic to drink a shake after lifting, has been overhyped. Research now shows the window is wider than people think, probably 4 to 6 hours. What matters more is that a solid protein-containing meal lands somewhere in that range, not that you sprint to the blender.
For women, protein timing may matter even more. Dr. Mercola has pointed out that women enter perimenopause and menopause with a steeper anabolic resistance curve than men. That makes a protein-forward breakfast especially important and far more impactful than adding another hour on the treadmill.
Quality still trumps timing, though. All the perfect timing in the world will not rescue someone eating ultra-processed protein bars full of soy protein isolate, artificial sweeteners, and industrial seed oils. Dr. Mercola's hierarchy is simple: whole animal foods first, properly prepared plant proteins second, and isolated powders only as a last resort convenience.
One practical framework is the 30-30-30 approach. Aim for roughly 30 grams of high-quality protein at breakfast, 30 at lunch, and 30 at dinner. That hits the muscle synthesis threshold 3 times, stabilizes blood sugar, and keeps total intake reasonable rather than extreme.
People often worry about eating too much protein. For most healthy adults, Dr. Mercola explains, the concerns about protein and kidney health are overstated unless there is pre-existing kidney disease. Far more people suffer from chronic underconsumption than from overconsumption, especially older adults, chronic dieters, and busy professionals grabbing carb-heavy meals on the run.
The takeaway is not that protein is magical. It is that timing is a lever most people never touch. Redistribute the same grams you already eat across 3 solid meals, lead with breakfast, and watch energy, body composition, and long-term muscle strength shift without adding a single calorie.
Drop a comment with your honest answer. How many grams of protein do you usually eat at breakfast, and is it time to raise that number?
Thank you for listening to Dr. Mercola Cellular Wisdom. See you in the next episode.
Looking for trusted health wisdom you can hold in your hands? Discover the life-changing books of Dr. Mercola at joyhousepublishing.com. These titles bring decades of natural health research into practical steps for better energy, stronger immunity, and clearer thinking. Take charge of your health with guidance rooted in science and experience. Visit joyhousepublishing.com now and claim your bonuses while they are available.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe now and click the notification bell so you never miss an update. See you in the next video.